headlines in Reporting Scotland this lunchtime.
Well, this is where it all started, for me at least, 30 years ago, more than 30 years ago. Unbelievable, it's just flown in. This is the headquarters of BBC Scotland in the leafy west end of Glasgow. And what we're going to do now is go for a little guided tour, inside and out, give you a bit of history of BBC Broadcasting House, Glasgow. Yeah, this is it. This is Old Reception, BBC Scotland. This is where I first arrived for my first job as an office junior. Mailroom, way back in the mid-70s. This was very, very plush the first time that I actually arrived here. Beautiful kind of marble pillars. They're all kind of like covered in paper and paint now. And through here was where I first sat and waited for my guide to take me up to see my personnel officer. Bit of the collie wobbles. Still feeling it a wee bit right now. Well, this is where Old Reception used to be. I sat in this very seat here, waiting to be summoned for my interview. Now it's a tea bar. And there used to be a long counter here. And this is right along, just as far as that corridor is there, was one big, long, very, very plush looking counter where people were met and taken up for their interviews. We had a film unit. There was no server technology or videotape in those days, at least not to my knowledge anyway. The film unit used to be down this corridor, so we'll go for a wee wander, see what it is. We had our own processing baths, reversal film, everything had to be developed, mag track had to be laid, everything had to go through a dubbing process. This is the old Studio C coming up here. I wonder if we can get in. Whoa. But this is where they used to do Reporting Scotland in the days when Mary Marquis was presenting. As you can see, it's not very big compared to Studio B and the studios in Pacific Quay. But this is where it used to happen. This is where Reporting Scotland used to come from. Mary Marquis. Yeah. This is us walking up to the film unit now. I used to work here as well years ago in the film library. Andrew Ross and camera unit started off down here as well. It's now G51. I don't know if there's any people working in here. Probably going to have a wee look. So it's just a big office these days, as you can see, just full of desks and PCs. But this all used to be film editing suites. The dubbing theatre was here. All the big names, Robert Fairfield, Jock Clark, Louis Miller, Robert Bathgate, Willie Stott, the dubbing mixer. Even Chris Mason used to work as a projectionist here all those years ago, but you never knew that. The tunnel down here, let's go. So here we are, goods lift. Used to take a mail up and down that lift. This hasn't really changed much, it's still much the same. Used to be OB trucks up there, and this is where technical stores used to be. It's now the test room. Soon to be closed test room. Mechanical workshops and stuff are up there, and the processing unit. We're now going to go outside. Incidentally, this used to be technical stores. I don't know if anyone remembers Ian Canning's famous fry-ups in here. So here we are outside. River Kelvin's over here. Various porta cabins and things that were put in when we had loads and loads of staff here. They're all empty now. We'll wander up here and have a wee look at the spur. Double-decker porta cabin. What we'll do now is have a wee look upstairs in the newsroom. So this is us inside the new part of the building. That's the quarters for the security guys. Behind you there's the radio studio. Self-opt, I think. Being television, I don't have anything to do with these things. So this is us on the ground floor. Going up to the first floor. Used to be pictures up here, they've all gone. Don't know where they've gone.
Good evening, you're watching Reporting Scotland.
On the programme tonight, he was convicted of mass murder. Now the Lockerbie bomber is told there could have been a miscarriage of justice. Relatives of the dead say they're stunned by today's developments.
In my heart, I kept thinking, they're not going to do this again. They're not going to put the families through this again.
And this is the newsroom. Guess who this is? F*** off.